Why, hello there everyone, I'm the Kumo Sensei, and yeah, we hit 900 subs. But today, we're live streaming, and we're gonna be chilling, Zatsudan style, just talking about anime and whatever goes. So, hope everything's going well for everyone, and the day just started. Hello Mr. Bees, Marco. What is the thing you don't have a goal with when you hit 1k subs? Are you trolling now? It is complex, but why so depressing 900 sub video? I will explain it when we hit 1k subs. Trust me, this thing has all the answers, but I've been on this platform for way too long almost. I'm gonna be 8 years, guys. Approaching 8 years, and soon it'll be 10 years. Like, I need to smack reality into people because just wait. Well, like, to put it simply, I am very tired. Not on YouTube, but the idea of chasing after dreams. It is, man, that is depressing though. But I promise you though, a lot of the answers you're probably wondering is in this letter, this 3-page letter. And I feel like if I tell it now, it kind of put the mood, it will kind of offset the mood. But someday it's gonna make sense, I promise you. It's gonna wrap up everything. It doesn't mean I'm quitting YouTube though. It just pretty much will summarize the stuff of this 8-year journey. If we count, this channel started in 2021. Yes. Man, okay, the thing is that I said this before and I'll say it again. Every single year, every single year, in the beginning of each year, anytime between January through March, I would actually create another channel, a brand new channel, and I would experiment on it. And I've done this for about 7, coming in 8 years now. If you go through all of my channels, my current 3 channels, all of them started at the beginning of the new year. Like, literally, either in February, March, or January. Like, January, February, March. It's always been the same. Like, you have no idea how many channels I've went through, honestly, at this point. But I'm very tired at this point. That's why I don't really set goals anymore, because, like, it's not because I hate YouTube. I feel like that, like, people take that narrative way too wrongly. It's just the fact that, like, I've seen too much. Like, too many things go wrong and nothing going right. Like, if I could be selfish for once, I would really like to wish everybody the best, but it just isn't the case. And I promise you guys, this letter here, this 1,000 sub notes, it will kind of wrap up this whole journey. Because I feel like people think that my journey has just started or something along those lines. So are you going to quit this channel once you hit 1k sub and try and do one? No. No, never. I never will quit my channels. That's the thing. I'm way too disciplined for that. And I feel kind of bad when I say that, because there is some truth to it. You will understand, Marco. The time will come once we hit 1k subs. It will wrap up how tired I really am. Like, I don't. It looks like I'm still a new guy on YouTube, but in reality, I've been around for forever, man. I've been around way too long. So, all right, I'll explain at 1k subs. It's already written in the letter, but let us continue, guys. So on to the anime subjects. Here we go. All right, I know I said I'll try to catch up on watching anime. I have not been watching anime, not for like the past 2.5 weeks. The reason why, guys, is because I'm busy. I'm not even kidding when I say that. I gotta get ready for next week. Next week, Repticon, baby. I'm going out of town. Yeah, I'm going out of town next week, though. So we need to wait for 10 more days. If you want to consider it 10 days, I guess. But Repticon is coming soon, for certain. And for the letters, yes, we're gonna get going for that. Everything is gonna make sense. I promise you it will wrap up. 10 days for 100 subs easy. Let's hope so, Mr. Beast. Because, like, everybody's been wondering, well, why now? And the question is not why now, but why so long? That's the real question everybody needs to be asking me. Because, in reality, I've lasted longer than the majority of people on the internet at this point. But yeah, I need to tell you about what I'm watching and what I'm behind on when it comes to watching anime. Well, let us go, guys. Oh boy, we're way behind on our anime stuff. So, the only animes I'm caught up with is pretty much Vinland Saga and Emnus in Shadow. Everything else, I'm literally either an episode or two behind. Like, it is crazy. Well, I am caught up with Tomo-chan, by the way. So everything else, I'm literally behind. Like, I'm so far behind. It's not even funny. Like, oh my gosh. I'm so intimidated. All this anime I have to watch. Dang. But the thing is that if I had to choose between my spider work, or the anime stuff, I have to choose the spider work stuff. Because I gotta get my priorities straight. Is it looking for you like he's quitting? I'm not quitting. I swear, I am not quitting. I'm just tired. Like, I'm not tired of uploading daily. I'm just... Oh my gosh. I mean, kinda honestly though. The thing about me, guys, is that I don't quit easily. I'm very, very hardworking. I'm gonna say it straight up. I'm not quitting YouTube. Don't put it that way. It's just that I'm so tired of seeing people come and go. Like, how many more channels do I have to support or have to actually care for, and then just see everybody else disappear, leaving me behind? Like, dreams don't come true, guys. Not for everybody. It could for anybody, but not to everybody. What is the difference? The difference is that I'm just so fed up with, like, not on YouTube. You're giving us cryptic messages, Sensei. It is cryptic because it's going to be explained on this note here. It's just such a lonely journey for me, man. Like, the thing is, I don't want to spoil the letter, but I'm going to give you some tidbits, though. I've been on this journey for so long now. Like, to the point where, like, I'm so tired of, like, making friends on the internet, supporting other YouTube channels, and just seeing them quit. It's just become so tiresome. Like, man, I really miss those old days, and I'm still waiting. Like, when will my time come, guys? But the thing about me is that I don't give up easily. And I'm still waiting for those guys to come back, which there never are. Like, I am so lonely at this point when it comes to this YouTube journey. It's honestly tiring. But then again, the reason why I keep pushing on is because I keep thinking about the what ifs. Like, I know that if I give up now, I'm just gonna regret it forever. And I'm hoping that, like, everybody else could come back. Because I know... Who am I kidding? They're not coming back. Those guys are long gone. What do you mean? I've been on YouTube since forever, yo. And when I first started, I literally just wanted to have fun. And I've met a lot of extraordinary people. People who created better content than I ever could. As a matter of fact, every single channel I've supported, I've been there since day zero. Since day one, legit. And the sad thing is that, like, we will always be telling each other about our dreams about making it on YouTube or something along the lines. That wasn't my dream, however. Because at the time, this was, like, before I became the Kumo Sensei. I think a year after, after 1 year of making content for fun, I stopped caring about YouTube. In a sense of, like, making it a actual career. You know, chasing after the dreams and whatnot. And I instead went in the route to focus on being, you know, apprenticed by my spider instructor, which you can consider to be the first Kumo Sensei. And, like, over the course of the years, so many YouTubers and so many friends I've made, they just left, like they literally left me behind. I'm just like, come on now, guys. Like, you know how lonely it is on this YouTube journey? Like, I don't... People tell me that, like, if you make a great content, your channel is gonna go somewhere, but that's absolute dog shit. Like... And I feel like for you guys to understand where I'm coming from, you kind of need to go through the entire journey yourself. And I'm not talking about 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years. But, like, I'm talking like a minimum of 6 to 7 years, and you'll get so worn out of just seeing everybody come and go. And I'm not even kidding, these people have more subscribers, more fans, and like a bigger community than I ever could. But the thing that everybody needs to understand is that if you want to make something work, you kind of need to not necessarily chase it, but to rather draw people towards it. Man, this is going to be a lonely journey, I tell you what. It's funny too, because every day I ask myself, when will my time come to actually leave YouTube? It's totally not yet, I tell you what. Because I've been so committed to every single person I've supported. I was so loyal. I'm not even kidding. I did PR for them. Like, I legit did PR. I promoted their content. I went as far as to literally go out of my way to actually support these channels. And it's not because, like, I'm their biggest fans. I was literally one-on-one like friends with them. Well, not in IRL obviously, but like through like online friends, if you get what I'm saying. And like we will always, not we, but the many of us will always have dreams of like, what if one day we made it big? And that time never came. And honestly, everybody had their reasonings, but it truly comes down to like, it just didn't work out. Do you still try to support anyone? No, not anymore. I don't support... I try to support very specific people at this point. The people who are the most dedicated. Like, that is willing to actually put their foot into the unknown. Like, I know this sounds kind of confusing, but I am super lonely on this YouTube journey. I'm literally doing the work of like everybody. I've said this before and I'll say it again. YouTube for me was never hard. And the reason why I say that is because I have 3 channels that are currently active. And I upload on all 3 of those channels. If you do the math, I upload around 14 to 20 videos a week. So YouTube wasn't the hard part. It was the hard thing. The honest truth that was really hard is to make it. You can make the best content in this whole entire world, and it will go up, and then it goes down, and then it just obliterates into nothing. And I don't want to, like, and the reason why I don't really go into this negative zone of, like, telling you can't make it is because, like, anybody can make it. It's just that it's not everybody. And like I said, I've seen so many people come and go. And I'm not just talking about anime content. Like, every person I supported that I was friends with when it comes to online content making was from, like, legit yotaites, which they did song covers, voice actors, memes. Like, every single genre you can think of, I dabbled into. Legit. And some of these people have, like, man, they have so many subscribers now that I think about it, and they still quit. YouTube is not a stable income. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, I didn't write on the paper, but I need to tell you the story. So this is... like, I remember one time, one of my friends was quitting YouTube because it wasn't a stable income. Like, the thing about him was that he had it more than 10,000 subs. I'm not going to tell you how much, but he had more than that. And then basically his income that he made every single month, he made around $10 a month. If you could, that is absolutely nothing. So he legit quit YouTube entirely. Like, I don't know where people are getting this idea of, like, you can make a living. Are you being paid for YouTube yet? No. As of now, not yet. I have never been paid on YouTube. And if I did, I'm I made this promise. I'm still gonna keep it. The moment I become bigger, I'm gonna give back, like legit. I don't care at this point, like how big I get. What I care about is leaving the foundation for other people to come in. Like, like you really think I'm gonna be some person who'd be like all in for myself, right? It seems that way, but it's not. And the reason why I want to support smaller creators is because I'm tired of seeing so many people just giving up. Like, somebody has to do something, right? And you don't, like, nobody should be obligated to help others, but it should be of best interest to help those that are in need of help. So like I said, the bigger the channel grows, the more I can support the smaller creators. Nobody on my end is getting left behind ever again. And I swear by that. I'm not even kidding when I say that. I'm just sick of tired of smaller creators being left behind. And I understand that people want to, focus on themselves, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just that for me, I've been on YouTube for so long, and to see every other creator, every buddy creator of mine quit because of shit going wrong, it's just injustice. You don't talk about many smaller channels. Is there anyone you'll actually support? So far, no. Because the thing I'm looking for currently is not just content. I feel like people are way too focused on content. Because you can make the greatest content, but if you're not consistent, or if it's not pulling views, your channel is pretty much dead, like dead in the water. Like, when I say consistent, I'm not saying you gotta upload every day like me. My advice is to find some sort of consistency. Once every 2 weeks is fine. Once every month is fine. Just put the best that you can do into it. And like, my advice, people think is absolute dog shit because I'm some small YouTuber. But in reality, I've been on YouTube longer than the majority of these people. And like, my advice does not come from me though. I don't see a problem with you having 1 or 2 videos per day or live in weekends. Even if you're working. There is no problem. The problem is that you have to understand, like, it's very, I'm very specific about what I'm looking for in terms of the channels I want to support. Like, YouTube at this point is so saturated, like, anybody can stand out. But it truly comes down to, like, luck and consistency. Because, like, what makes a 3-hour video of watching paint dry less interesting than somebody who's creating actual genuine content? It's subjective. I'm not going to tell you to do this or that. It's really just up to like what you can do and what you're into. And like I've seen, like I said, I can't tell you success stories because every single like person, all those 100 plus people I've actually worked with from day zero was 0 subs to either 500 subs, 2,000 subs, 16,000 subs, all those channels. I've seen them actually burn and crash. And it is frustrating to me because like you think everything is going well, but then like behind the scenes is not. Like YouTubers are not personal. Like 99% of them are not. I don't know why people are talking about making money on YouTube. Like, they can make a decent living with 20,000 subs. You know how little you make with 20,000 subs if you're uploading once a month? Like once every 2 weeks to a month. You're not going to make anything. So, like, even if you based off the ads and whatnot, it's absolutely ridiculous. YouTube, to make it a stable income, you either need to garner in a lot of watch time or bring in a lot of views, like constantly. And for everybody, nobody explodes into infinity. Like once you're at the top of the mountain, there's nowhere to go but down. The question is, when will you go down? Like, for me, I literally, like, when I first started, the first 1.5 to 2 years, I literally thought that everything would just go straight up to the mountain. But in reality, man, it is not the case. I do this as a I tell this as a precautionary, it's a precautionary tale to everybody. This won't make you a problem, and it is not hard for you. Except you make video and you're not expecting anything from the channel, and now you're trolling. You can't make it. This channel was coincidence, though. You have to understand. Like I said this before, this channel was created with no intentions to make it. So like, trolling to make it. This channel was not a troll. It was literally just me putting out content daily because I was like, I'm kind of depressed and I need to do something. Might as well just. And that you're tired, dude. I am tired when it comes to people dreaming about YouTube making it work. I'm trying to understand where you're getting at. What I'm trying to get at is that YouTube was once a dream of mine. Yeah, like everybody else. I had a dream about YouTube. I started when I was actually young, as a matter of fact. I will not show you the first video that I ever made, but I will show you at 1 million subs now I'm trolling now, but when I was younger, I actually wanted to become a YouTuber. Just like everybody else who dreams. And like I said, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at the time, I was way too young. And even though I found passion in content creation, I never really understood YouTube. So I made it my goal to try to make it big by trying everything on YouTube. And then from there on, I met other content creators, different kinds. And I branched out, I asked them for advice, and together I started learning how YouTube works. And as time went on, I figured out that the YouTube dream most likely would never come true. It mentally eats at you, literally. Physically for me, I am the most hardworking person on earth. But mentally, I'm kind of burned out. And when I say burned out, I don't mean creating content, but I'm burned out of chasing constantly after this what if. And but this is the problem I have with myself. I have a hard time stopping. I've said this before so many times. Once my foot is on the pedal, it goes through a million. So over time, you're digging your own grave now. That's where I'm getting at. I'm destroying myself from the inside out. But then again, I have nothing to lose. I really have nothing to lose because even if YouTube doesn't work out, I still have my spider work. So it's not even if I quit YouTube, I won't have anything because I still have my spiders. This is why during my second to my third year and fourth year on YouTube to an extent, I focus primarily on becoming the Kumo Sensei. So I didn't necessarily quit YouTube entirely, but I stepped back on it because I knew then that the YouTube dream. Are you trying to demotivate anyone else to make videos? Not that, because I'm going to troll you. What the fuck? Are you depressed? I am not depressed anymore, but I was way back when. Are you trying to demotivate anyone else to make videos? No. I'm trying to say that you can make videos, but you're most likely not ever going to become big. I'm not saying it can't be you. I'm just saying that at this point, it's to be expected to fail. I know that sounds rough, but I have to smack reality into most people. People that succeed had their own winning lotteries. And no, I'm not depressed. I haven't been depressed in a while now, actually. It goes up and down, but it's not a bad depression. Not anymore. So I don't know if you're getting depression. It's not that I'm depressed, it's just that I'm tired of the YouTube dream, but at the same time, I wonder what ifs. So I'm still chasing it to an extent. Bro, you started a stream so depressed, I'm depressed. Dude, I'm not depressed. Why are people acting like I'm like some depressed negative person? I'm not. I just want people to be considerate when it comes to YouTube in general. Because believe it or not, nowadays they did an essay and survey on children, and the majority of them want to become YouTubers. Like, no, don't. Bad depressing? What is good depressing? Like, depressing. This is not depressing. This is just my story. Like, I can't tell you anything happy because the reason why I can't really actually tell you anything happy in the first place is because YouTube, like when it comes to this YouTube content creation space, every single person I've ever been with that I've supported from day zero, legit, all of them have quitted. And everybody's reasoning for failing was different. But the one thing that was the same was that they all eventually quit. So, like, this is why one of my advices in life is that if you want to succeed, you really want to understand why 99.99% of those people fail. Because if you're watching people on how to succeed, you're going to fail. Because when those people, the majority of people who have failed on YouTube, if you can learn from them, then you can understand the situations, their struggles, and the things that went wrong. So that way, when the time comes and those situations happen to you, you will be ready to counter those situations because you already learned from their situations, their failures, and their struggles. So, like, for me, it sounds like I'm negative, but it's not because I've watched so many channels fail. Like, and everybody has a different reasoning, but I've seen it all at this point. I know your story. You almost from the beginning of this channel. That's the thing, Marco. You only know from the beginning of this channel. So you can learn how to fail. Quit equals failure. What if real life just happens? I really wish that was the case, Mr. Bees, but it's not. I promise you it's not. Not for the majority of the channels. A small portion, yes. A small portion, it is that they have personal lives going on. But the majority of them, they fail because burnouts, catering to fans, and they keep swaying away from what made it, like, what their passions were. Emotional damage. Dude, I have so much emotional damage from that at this point. Like, I'm so numb. I don't come off as a depressing person, but when I talk about YouTube, it's always depressing. Because, like, I know what the majority of people are going to go through. Yes, I understand. There's some people that will explode, but the majority of people will not last long. There are two types of people on YouTube at this point when it comes to success. The people who've endured the longest and the people who have the most explosive growth. But, oh man. I am very lonely now, guys. Like, even when it comes to anime content, I don't have anybody really to talk to about anime, except for you guys, I guess. But I'm getting older, and I'm straying away from anime. Like, I'm straying away from anime in general. I'm not quitting this channel. God mighty. Why do people keep thinking I'm quitting this channel? Like, no, not in a million years. If I quit this channel, I'm gonna regret. Like, to me, if quitting now is the same as giving up on everybody else I try to support. Because I drag all of those people with me. Their failures, their successes, their stories. Every single one of those people who are no longer here on this channel with me, or who are no longer with me because they quit YouTube, I drag you with me. Next time, wrote depressing guy without girlfriend stream. Why does everything Marco? Oh my gosh, man, I love Marco, yo. The depressing guy without a girlfriend stream. God dang. Getting a girlfriend was easy for me. I'll tell you what. Ah, okay, Marco and everybody. On Valentine's Day, remind me. When is Valentine's Day? The 14th. It's on Tuesday. Marco, on Valentine's Day, remind me to do a stream about relationships. I am a god tier. Like, I will tell you, God, man, my whole family's amazing. Like, Lord, that is, yeah, we should do, I'm gonna do a Valentine's Day stream, yo. That is gonna be so cool. I'm gonna show you what an alpha male is really like. I'm gonna tell you some crazy stories. Like, that stuff goes so hard. Because my grandpa was an alpha male. My dad was an alpha male. And then, when it comes to his kids, me and all my siblings, well, not all of us, but the 2/3 of us were alphas. It is, oh gosh, yeah, but I need to tell you some of the stories later on, but let us continue with anime. So, in terms of what I've watched and when it comes to anime, guys, back on topic. Vinland Saga Season 2, and pretty much Tomo-chan, and what else? I think that's all I'm caught up with. Everything else, I'm either 1 to 3 episodes behind. And it's not because I'm lazy, guys. I promise you, I am not lazy. It's just the fact that I don't know. On Valentine's Day, you alright? Okay, so you might quit. I will not quit. I promise. Why do people think I'm quit? Oh my god. I swear, when it comes to the YouTube success stuff, it's kind of depressing. But when it comes to me quitting, not in a million chance. I promise you. I promise you that. But everything else on here, I'm pretty much 1 to 3 episodes behind in terms of anime. So, I'm going to give you my personal thoughts on where I'm at and what I currently think of this current season. Vinland Saga Season 2 was actually very solid. The opening is not as good as the first seasons, but it's still a very solid anime. The Misfit of Demon Academy 2, this one, yo, my comment sections and my emails about people discussing this, oh my god, it's crazy. I kind of, like, I really want to disable comments on the videos. It could be because, like, it's not negative, but it's the fact that a lot of my notifications at this point is legit this anime because of the voice actor situation. It just hurts my head. Oh my gosh. But hey, free speech, right? So let us get more notifications about this. Tokyo Revengers Season 2. So Tokyo Revengers Season 2, I've only seen the first episode. Short spoiler, is it good? Vinland Saga is actually a very solid series. I highly recommend it. Like, it is a great scene. Is it seinen or seinen anime? Depending on how you pronounce it, but it's a really good anime in my personal opinion. Storytelling is pretty solid. But Tokyo Revengers, I've only seen 1 episode. Okay, Nagatoro-san Season 2. This one, I'm gonna just binge watch it once all the episodes come out. So that way, it'd be more satisfying. Nier Automata actually went on a hiatus from what I've been told. So, this one's kind of on hold. Bungo Stray Dogs, I'm about 2 episodes behind. I think 3 episodes now, if you include this week. But it is a very solid anime. The problem is that, this comes out, I believe it, man, when does it come out? I believe it comes out like every single Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember, but it comes out when I'm usually busy, so I don't have time to watch this. Tomo-chan is such a great series because this anime is legit one of my online friends' story. Like, I'm not even kidding. I can relate this whole anime to one person. If I can talk to him again, I'm gonna bully him with this anime. I'm like, this guy is literally you, my friend. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying he's a loser, but he is so dense. God dang. I literally watched this just to get a good laugh because I can relate to this because of my friend. But Bovary, I'm about 2 episodes behind. This, I need to watch this, but I might actually binge watch it later on. Like once there's more episodes. Inspector 2, I have not watched the first season yet, so I apologize. The Ice Guy and his cool female colleague, I need to catch up on this, man. This is more of my type of romance now because I'm older. Even though I like the high school romance stuff, I pretty much prefer the older stuff now. Maybe because I'm getting too old. Tomo-chan, it is good depending on who was the author. It really depends. But I thought Tomo-chan was actually I thought it was a funny series in general, though. Is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon 4? So, I have yet to catch up on this series. I'm so sorry, Belle, but I'll catch up someday. Kubo wants to let me be invisible. I believe this series as well has went on hiatus. So for those who are wondering, a lot of current series as of now has been put on hiatus or have been delayed because either staff issues, such as arguing and debating within staff, or something along the lines of production or COVID. So a lot of anime delays. Buddy Daddies, I have yet to see this. Spy Classroom, have yet to see this. I've talked about this. I need to watch this, but I'm too lazy to. And everybody wants me to watch this, The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and whatnot. This series is actually pretty solid. Since it's a girl's love. Hello, hello, hello. I'm a big fan of girl's love, I tell you what. Yuri. Yes, Arthur is you know, for what? Yes, I understand where you're coming from, Marco. Tomo-chan. Tomo-chan is solid, though. Buddy Daddy looks good, but god dang. You know, I've seen some images on Twitter that have been floating around with Buddy Daddies, some clips. It looks like a solid series. And by the way, guys, for those who are wondering, this is by PA Works. So PA Works is known for creating stuff like Charlotte, I believe Angel Beats, and what was that one again? The one about the world ending in 7 days or something. PA Works, they do some solid series, but this is Buddy Daddies, man. The thing, I don't know. PA Works usually does that little sad plot twist in all their animes. Look at Angel Beats and look at Charlotte. But I don't know. Probably give that one a chance. Trigun Stampede is actually a very interesting series. A lot of people say this is peak 3D CGI anime. But this doesn't look like it's for me. I would just prefer the original Trigun, even though this is like a precursor to the original Trigun series. The reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world. So, I'm not gonna watch this. I talked about it on the channel. I've seen some clips, but it doesn't look like it's for me. Farming in Another World, this one is more... I haven't seen it yet, but I've skimmed through it. It doesn't seem like a slow life to me, but it does seem like an interesting series because, like, I think the more interesting series is Campfire Cooking in Another World. Well, boy, that's a hot take. Can you explain what the studio mean for anime to suck? Can you explain why does studio mean for anime to suck? Well, here's the thing though, guys. When it comes to anime studios will always tell us two things. How will they adapt it, and how will they animate it? Some anime studios are better at telling a story than they are of showing good animation. So stuff like Ufotable, which is known for Demon Slayer, and Fate Stay Night's Illuminated Blade Works, they're known for creating great animations. Oh, succeed. You mean succeed? Is that what you're trying to spell, Marco, here? Because, like, I'll tell you what, anime studios tell us a lot. A lot. You know, if it's a reputable anime studio, you're expecting something at least decent. like in general though. But anime studios would tell us a lot of stuff, man. Like, Campfire. God, this anime to me is almost like a joke, but it's not. It's actually a really solid series. Campfire Cooking Another World. This is by Studio Mappa, for example. Very, very reputable anime studio. What's next? This one I dropped completely. The Ice Blade Sorcerer Shall Rule the World. Like, this one at this, like, this series is so, oh gosh, it is so generic. Like, I honestly cannot watch this. Like, it's not bad, it's just too generic. I want to get that right, guys. When I say an anime is generic, I don't say it's bad. I'm just saying generic as in it's been done too many times. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something that it wars me out. Reborn to Master the Blade. Why do people want me to watch this as well? Everybody is recommending everything. It's, man, that's crazy. This is also a light novel. But I'm not interested in this one. My Life as Inukan-san's Dog. This anime here is so... I am not a fan of this anime. God dang. There are so many pictures and memes on Twitter about this anime. If you search up their hashtag. Like a lot of fan art too. It is not for me. But I understand where the appeal comes from though. Man, okay. This anime here, I really want to talk about By the Grace of Gods 2. So this is created by Maho Film. Maho Film, I said this last time, this is a new anime studio that's only been around for a couple, maybe 3 years now. Their animation is pretty rough. Excuse me. Their animation style is really rough. But the anime they choose to adapt from like their source materials are actually really good sources. Like they're really good sources and stories. What are some top studio for animes? Mappa, Madhouse, Ufotable, A1 Pictures. Let's see. Sometimes Silverlink as well, if you want to include them. PA Works is known for animation, but they are pretty bad at storytelling as of recent. What other good anime studios are there that we can talk about? Studio White Fox is solid as well. Kyoto is definitely a contender. Kyoto has some great series, but after the whole incident with the fire and whatnot, it has been kind of rough in production. Rest in peace to all those souls. But a lot of reputable anime studios out there. Some of these studios are still relatively new, such as Maho Film here. So like their animation quality isn't on par, to be fair, but you get the gist though. This I'm not into. This I'm not into. I said I'll probably watch this, but I changed my mind. This one I will watch someday, once I feel like I can binge watch it. This one I dropped completely. This one is just basically Hamifura, but not for me. I prefer Hamifura over this, to be fair. Revengers, the anime original. Animation for this looks pretty solid, actually. It's just that I don't have time to watch this. High Card, not for me. Ayakashi Triangle. Everybody's... I don't know why people are... This anime has so much controversy and complaints around it. I think this anime went on hiatus for a second. Kyoto would have been #1 if they didn't have the fire. Yes. That guy is such an a-hole for that. For setting up that fire. I believe that arson... Like, the arson that he did led to 30 deaths in Kyoto Animation Studio. It's pretty sad. And then... It ends on a bittersweet note, actually. An uplifting note, to be fair. One middle schooler made an invention for, he entered this... So, this is... Okay. How do I tell the story? So, after the events of the Kyoto fire arson situation, and after the passing of those people, a middle school student actually made this device that opens the windows and keeps it shut. So that way, it's specifically made to where, like, intruders can't get in, but also the people who are stuck inside can get out. He made it in dedication to the victims of the Kyoto Animation Studio fire. It was very uplifting. It even won not an anime award, but it won an invention award, I believe. And it was also featured on the news. It was very solid. That guy, that kid, which he's probably a high schooler now, he deserves a lot of praise. Is Kyoto still working? Yes. Kyoto Animation Studios, they're still going on. I believe their last series was Dragon Maid Season 2. Oh yeah, Dragon Maid Season 2 has Gala animation. See, even Mr. Bees knows. Hello there, Mr. John Knights. I hope everything is going well. But yeah, guys, Kyoto Animation is still going strong, even though they're taking a bit of time. Give some trivia. God dang. Some trivia. Congratulations on 900 subs. We're almost at 1,000, guys. Once we hit 1,000, what do we do now? We're just gonna be the same. Nothing changes at 1,000. The only thing that happens at 1,000 is that I read my journey. The depressing journey, obviously, according to everybody. Everybody says a depressing journey. It is a depressing journey, but I have to be true to my feelings, and I had to be true to everybody once I tell the story. Well, it's not the full story because I'm not going to make a movie out of it, but I put it very briefly. But 1,000 subs, we're going, guys. But yeah, but back to anime, guys. Ayakashi Triangle here. Everybody has been, oh gosh, I don't even know how to describe this anime. It's been on a roller coaster. People are either complaining about the animation studio, or they're just complaining about the adaptation in general. Like, there's no winning on this argument for this anime. And honestly, it kind of turned me away from watching this series. Oh man, it is crazy. Just all the stuff on Twitter. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. This is by JC Staff. And it's a light novel. But I have... so many stuff are based on light novels nowadays. I'm so happy because back then, animes would never be adapting from light novels. And now they're doing it so constantly. I'm in love. This is the greatest time to live if you're a light novel reader. Saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement. I need to catch up on this goddamn anime, guys. I'm literally only one episode in. Oh boy. Oyo Kiyumi no Kaina. I believe this is actually a 3D CGI anime, but I have yet to see this myself, so I'm not going to give you strong opinions. Giant Beast of Aurus. This is actually an anime original, but I have yet to see it as well. Seems interesting though, but I'm going to pass on this. The Fire Hunter, I'm going to pass on this as well. Tsurune Tsusanagari no Isha. Excuse me. Oh, my Japanese has gotten bad, guys. But this is a school anime. I'm going to pass on this. Malevolent Spirits. This one has a small community behind it that actually likes this series, but I can't comment on it. I'm going to pass. Today is Kellen Goff's birthday. He's the voice of Overhaul, My Hero Academia, and Diavolo and JoJo Go to Win. Oh my gosh, Kellen Goffs. I totally forgot about Kellen Goff, yo. That guy is amazing. He goes way back. He even voices in a lot of like other stuff too, believe it or not. Like he voices, man, I can't remember any of his works. Who is that? So Kellen Goff is actually a voice actor for English dub anime. I know he voiced in a Pokemon movie, and I know he voiced in some other movies. He also voices in like some knockoff movies. I don't want to say knockoff movies, but I don't really know his works. The only reason why I know of his work is because he voiced what was that Pokemon called? Zarude or something? That one Pokemon movie. He had a voice acting role in it. And that's how I figured out who Kellen Goff is. But I don't know all of his works though. He's a very solid voice actor for that matter, for those who are wondering. But let us continue. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. This is based off a game, I believe. Yep, I have yet to see this. The Tale of Outcast. I've only seen the first episode. I need to actually catch up on this, guys. This series I will catch up someday. This is the second season. I will not watch this. Not watch this. This is actually an idol anime. This is an idol anime. They should hire me for this. I'm a real idol too. I can sing. I can dance. I can act. I'm an idol. Sign me up, guys. Let me get some water. Stay hydrated. Boy, I should be hired to an idol company. I'll be so good in it. Y'all have no idea how good this guy is, or how good I am. Too bad I will never be the lead singer. When it comes to singing and stuff, I've always been either on the third seat or a backup singer. So third seat is basically the third guy. So there's a main vocal, a supporting vocal, and then there's the third guy, which is me. Or I'll be the backup vocals, like the choir and stuff in the background. The only reason why is because when I sing, I have a deep vocal, so my voice is deep. So typically, if I'm being used for singing, I'm either focusing solely on the rap or the deep chorus. Sorcerer, Stabber, Orphan. So believe it or not, this anime here actually had a PS2 game that came out. Was one of the first games to come out on the PS2. I'm so surprised because I did not even know this series existed before that. Well, I did knew, but I didn't know that the game was... There was even a game in the first place. Nijion Animation. Now, I've yet to see this. D for DJ. I have not seen that. Unites Up by Cloverworks is another idols. They should hire me for an idol gig. I'll do a great job, actually. Roboco. I have yet to see this. Flaglia. I have yet to see this. And everything else I have yet to see. And then for the ongoing stuff, I'm watching My Hero, Blue Lock, if I can catch up, that is. The Eminence Shadow. This one already concluded. And To Your Eternity. I need to catch up on To Your Eternity, guys, because this anime, man, or I'm gonna just read the manga. I heard the manga is actually done, so maybe I would check out the manga. I don't know. But yes, not the majority of these animes I'm literally behind on. Next week is the Charlotte to Replicon, North Carolina, so I'm going downstate, you guys. That's gonna be a long drive. So, man, I need to plan something out for next Saturday. Maybe I'll do some... Oh, man. Yo. Which one were you the most hype about? Still, Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga, to me, for the winter 2023, is the most hype. Because I don't know what happens, but I have a general gist. And everything else here is from the next season for spring. Spring has a lot of seasons. Oh my gosh, they have a lot of animes this season, man. It's crazy. Ooh, but we already discussed this last time, though. But the one I'm most anticipated for is, where is it? Where are you? Oh, wow. Demon Slayer is one of them, and Tonikawa, there we are. Tonikawa Season 2, man. This is the one I'm most hype about. Love the romance series. Everything else I'm still going to watch. This is Kuma Kuma Bear Season 2. Muscles and Magic and whatnot. Ooh, excuse myself. But everything else will be put on the... Everything else has different priorities. Summer... Oh, man. The only thing I'm really hype about for summer, without a doubt, is Jujutsu Kaisen and Bleach. And everything else is just kind of there. Dark Gathering. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about you. I have... Okay. You know, I have really high hopes for horror animes because a lot of horror animes these days are pretty bad. My last good one that I've watched was from 2012, 2013? Mononoke. It was like Mononoke. Mononoke is such a classic horror anime to me. I love that series. Oh yeah, and Syokute New Saga. They changed the character designs, but at least we have Urza. Oh my gosh, Urza is waifu in this series. Ooh, I need water. My diet is a little bit of rice and a lot of water. I need to learn Japanese again, guys. My Japanese is so bad. Tried to relearn Japanese from long way back when. And then I try to practice Japanese and it just ends up being horrible. Ima kara aishiteru jibun janai. Tell that to a lover. She'll love you forever. And if things get rough, just tell her, Kini shinai de in janai. See, guys, I still have a bit of Japanese left in me. It's just that I spoke too much English now, so my English overrode with my Japanese. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at this list. Some of these series I have not yet talked about on this channel because I either missed out on their announcements or I didn't know they exist until now. Huh. Okay, so this is... Dang! All of these animes have been announced but no solid dates. That's crazy. Let's see which one I'm the most hyped about. Jogoku Shoujo for me was good. Yep. Hold up, guys. I really want to look at this list. See, but the thing... Not such horror, but yeah, I was gonna say that. The thing about Jogoku Shoujo, to me, is that it had horror. Well, to be honest, I guess you could put it as a horror anime, to be fair, Marco. Because, like, I guess it is fair to put it as a horror anime, but at the same time, it feels like a psychological thriller. Like, what am I saying? A psychological thriller as well. Yeah, Jigoku, my bad. I forgot. It's called, Hell Girl, was it? I could be wrong in the English translation. I believe it's called Hell Girl. But that goes way back though. But I think Mononoke was it? Wait. Yeah, Hell Girl. Okay, I was right, but this, in my opinion, is probably one of the best horror animes out there. This is not necessarily a true horror anime because it focuses on telling like folklore stuff, but it tells horror stories in a folklore aspect, and to me, it actually sticks out a heck ton. Like, if anybody knows any really good horror animes that actually focuses on the horror aspect and not so much on like the gore and stuff, then I'll be intrigued. Because like a lot of horror animes nowadays, they focus too much on the gore and stuff because they want it to be like as gruesome as possible. But that's less of horror and more of gruesome. I kind of miss the pure horror aspect. You know, like the suspense, the thriller, and then like Higurashi. Yes, I think Higurashi is another great example in a sense. Where is it? The OG Higurashi here. Man, Higurashi is a classic. This one goes hard. So Higurashi, I actually know a bit about the Higurashi series. Higurashi was created by a guy named Ryukishi07, and originally he was actually inspired by Clannad, but instead of like Clannad, so in Clannad every route you chose in that game was very depressing and sad. So Ryukishi07 decided to make a twist to it. Why don't I make it a horror aspect? So he created Higurashi, and believe it or not, he was so poor like he was struggling so bad. This is like in the 90s, by the way. He was so poor and so struggling. He legit just used he used legit stock images for his backgrounds in his visual novel and whatnot. He created the characters himself and everything. And the hardest thing was that he struggled actually to get gaming stores and like bookstores to take in his work, aka Higurashi. But by the stroke of luck, like he somehow made it work. And Higurashi became a cult classic. And so to make it work, Ryukishi 07 had to create multiple parts for Higurashi. So that's why, if for those who watch Higurashi, why there's so many resets and so many different what ifs and routes, it's because Ryukishi 07 wrote those one at a time. Because he originally only made it one route for Higurashi. That's why the first 3 episodes of Higurashi, you know, you get that ending because that was pretty much the first route. And that set off the entire Higurashi series. Then later on, he wanted to expand on the Higurashi universe. So he created, instead of Higurashi, you know, making a bunch of spin-offs and whatnot, he created Umineko. And Umineko, till this day, in my opinion, is one of the greatest visual novels ever told. That is God tier work. Like, if you, it is one piece of visual novels. It's that long, but I promise you, if you like mystery, suspense, the supernatural, and like horror, and like the most craziest stuff. God, Umineko. Oh gosh, let me see if I can find it. Umineko is. God, this anime is bad, by the way. So I'm just telling you that. So for those who don't know, this anime was actually really bad. This is probably one of the worst anime adaptations of all time. But the manga is pretty good, and the visual novel is god tier. But like, I'm not even kidding. This story is so... It is so complex. Gosh. So, essentially, this is a story... How do I even explain this story? God dang it. Oh. God, I really love this series, the Umineko. So basically, it's about... Well, let's just read the summary. I'll read the summary to you guys, so that way we can get a better understanding. So here we go, guys. Considered as the third installment in the highly popular When They Cry series by the 07th expansion, Umineko no Nakukoro ni takes place on the island of Rokenjima, owned by the immensely wealthy Ushiromiya family. As customary per year, the entire family is gathering on the island for a conference that discusses the current financial situations of each respective person. Because of the family's head's poor health, this year involves the topic of the head of the family's inheritance and how it will be distributed. However, the family is unaware that the distribution of his wealth is the least of the Ushiromiya's Kinzo's family head's concerns for this year's family conference. After being told his end was approaching by his longtime friend and physician Kinzo is desperate to meet his life's true love one last time, the Golden Witch Beatrice. Having immersed himself in black magic for many of the later years in his life, Kinzo instigates a ceremony to revive his beloved upon his family's arrival on Rokenjima. Soon after, a violent typhoon traps the family on the island, and a string of mysterious murders commence, forcing the 18 people on the island to fight for their lives in a deadly struggle between fantasy and reality. So Higurashi is pretty interesting. So basically it's about this wealthy family known as the Ushiromiya family. And the head of the family, Kinzo Ushiromiya, is dying. And basically his wealth, he dedicated his wealth to the Golden Witch Beatrice, or Beatrice. And essentially he doesn't really want any of his kids or his grandkids to inherit the money, because all of them only want his wealth, but they don't have his work ethic, or they don't carry the torch that he wants them to. So he makes a deal with Beatrice to take back her gold, the wealth that she basically bestowed upon Kinzo, the head of the family. And so once, so basically one by one, they're all trapped on an island. The family members die one by one, and basically it comes down to one of the main characters, this guy in red here, which is Battler, and Beatrice going at it. So basically, Beatrice wants everybody to believe that the Golden Witch is real and that she is a real witch, but Battler, however, refuses. So they go on this game, basically 101, proving that these murders can be done logically and not by the supernatural. And so it spirals into like this game of chess of trying to prove whether it can be done by a person or whether it was done by an actual witch. And this, God, this is such an amazing story. But this anime is garbage. I truly mean that. This anime is garbage. But, oh, by the way, for those who are wondering, there are two characters that are literally Higurashi characters in the series. Actually, they're from Higurashi. I'll not tell you who these two characters are, but if you watch the latest Higurashi remake, like the latest season, the latest remake of the newest Higurashi series, you will know who these two characters are in this series of Umineko. They're witches, I'll tell you what. Excuse me. Let me tell you their names. Birkenstell and what's the other one? Lambda Delta, was it? I don't really remember, but highly recommend this series though. Umineko, the visual novel, that is. Specifically either the Nintendo Switch version or the PS3 version of the visual novel. If not, you can get it illegally through downloads, through like ROM downloads and whatnot. Great series, oh my gosh. Well, that is anime for you. I really need to edit that Tarantula video because there's no audio behind it yet, but such a great series, man. Higurashi, it goes so hard. I didn't watch the reboot, but the English manga for it is being released. That's interesting. I did not know that. So, Higurashi is interesting because even now it still get updates. Like it legit gets new releases and new routes. But they don't really need it anymore, in my personal opinion, because Umineko exists. Like, hold up. Alright, I'm gonna get into spoilers because I don't think anybody's actually going to legit do the visual novel, because the visual novel is way too long. But okay, I've been on the 7 Seas getting lots of legally gray ROMs. I've been on the 7 Seas getting lots of gray ROMs. Except from watching, did you read something? Except from watching, did you read something? Are you talking to me, or are you talking to Mr. B's, Marco? Are you talking to me, the sensei, or are you talking to Mr. B's? In terms of like reading something. But this is legit. This is legit Rika. For those who are wondering. So Rika actually becomes a witch. The Witch of Miracles. Oh, me, okay. I have been reading some stuff, but I haven't found anything that is worth reading all the way through. So I've been reading a lot of summaries and stuff for series and whatnot, and talking about it on this channel. I think I made like 2 videos discussing about it. So, but in terms of like reading stuff, I haven't been reading a lot. Because I've only been reading like 1 chapter and then moving on to something else to try and find something better. But right now, I'm trying to like, I'm not trying to spread out, but I'm trying to get my toes wet again in terms of reading some new stuff. But like but back to like Higurashi though. they don't really need to create more because like it's pretty solid that Rika becomes Birkenstill. Like she becomes the Witch of Miracles, and then like legit Lambda Delta is god dang it. Like it's so obvious, man. She becomes the Witch of Witch of Certainty. Characters, man, they change a lot in Higurashi, I tell you what. If there is one series well, I'm going off topic, but in terms of light novels, maybe I can find it. I'll be back like in 5. Spoilers are... Spoilers are pretty much done, guys, but... There is one that... man. I need to actually do a summary on this story here. Hold up, give me a second to see if I can find it. There's a story summary I really want to talk about. I'm going to make a video on it. I will post it either today or tomorrow. Let's see. It's a light novel summary, but it has such it has such a peaceful atmosphere to it in a sense. I really want to talk about it. This one here. Okay, let me... It came out about 2 years ago, but I really... Oh, my internet is dying, guys. Look at that. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. Okay, good. So I'm going to make a summary video on this one here, guys. Either today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, because today I got to finish editing the Tarantula video. But this is a series I really want to talk about. It's such a lighthearted series. I actually like it. So it's essentially about this this undead king, and basically everybody thinks that he's actually like this some evil sorcerer or bad guy, but in reality, this guy just wants to bring peace, and he just wants to help people out. Like it's such a wholesome series. I've only read like the first sample chapter on this. Like you can legit read the sample chapters on here. Hold up. Let's see. You can read like a bit of it here if I can find it. Let me see. Here we go. So here's like the first chapter, sort of. This is such a wholesome series. I'm gonna make a video on it, on this summary here, because I really want to bring attention to it. Because it's like... So this guy actually cures orphans, and then he decides to actually teach them like some stuff. So he's actually not a bad guy. So this... Oops. Let me scroll back up. So this undead king here, he's actually a good guy. So that's the amazing part. And like, oh god, he's like a father figure. No, you know, you don't really get series like this anymore, where like, he looks like a bad guy, but he's actually a softie. This is not an isekai, by the way, guys. This is actually a fantasy series, if you're wondering. I'm going to make a video on this soon, though. And the art style is amazing. Gosh. I'm going to do this in my deep voice.
The very deep voice. The one that you're currently hearing. This one.
Well, gosh, I gotta make a video on this. Such an underrated, underappreciated series. It came out in 2021, so it came out about 2 years ago, guys. But it's fairly cheap too, by the way. I believe you can buy the physical copy for about $14. Yeah, it's $14. And then the digital version is $9. US dollars, that is. Very affordable. I don't know how many volumes there are, though. So I need to check it out, because I hope this series isn't canceled. Excuse myself. Ooh. It's relatively cheap. That's the thing that concerns me. Because, for those who don't know, when a light novel is really cheap, it means that it's not selling well, so it's trying to lower price to break even, or either that, or the series is pretty much canceled. I'm hoping it's still ongoing, man, because I actually think this series has potential for an anime. If it ever does get an anime, that is. I don't know why people want to, like, make animes of, like, boring stuff. Like, why do we need another generic anime. No, we don't. We just need something different. Okay, let us get back into my anime list. Hold up. I really want to... Man, okay, now we're back. Good. So I would really like to read some more light novels, but the problem is that light novels take a long time to read. Even though it's like only 200 something pages, it's still a lot if you do like all this stuff together. They need to make a light novel section, man. They don't have one here. This is the problem I have about anime nowadays, is that nobody reads light novels. So now you have all of this here, and it's just anime manga. No light novels, no web novels, no visual novels. Well, let's see what the top stuff are. I'm pretty certain all of them are mangas. Yep. These are all mangas. God dang it. But someday, I'm praying that someday, like, not visual novels, but light novels will get more attention that they deserve. Because I feel like manga itself, even though manga is good, I feel like it can't be compared to light novels in the same way. Because light novels is expressed through text, manga is expressed through panels. So like, a lot of these here is just like, see, look, this is a light novel. This is a light novel too, I think. I don't think so, but this is a light novel. Light novel, light novel, light novel, another light novel. This is also a light novel. Like, all the light novels are being drowned out by manga. And the only reason why is not because they're better. It's not because the manga is better. It's just that manga is easier to consume. So, like, this is, like, I'm trying to be unbiased here, but I hope that people understand where I'm coming from. You can't compare two different mediums. It's like comparing apples to oranges. They're both fruits, but they're not the same. Even though you can grow them on the same tree, that is, but... Like... God dang it. What is the highest rating light novel? Let me check real quick. Monogatari. That's interesting. At number 15. The first season. Huh. I believe Monogatari is already done in terms of the light novels. I'm fairly certain, guys. Because Kizu Monogatari was pretty much the last that was written, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong when I say that. But I can't be certain either. I need to actually read it. But the problem is that this is one of those series that will never be translated in English or to any other languages properly. Because for those who don't know, Monogatari is one of the hardest series to translate into any other language. Because the Japanese language is so subtle and so confusing that a lot of people have a hard time translating it. So like getting this in another language to read is very difficult. And all the fan translations are bad. Like, I'm not fan translations for this series is so bad, it's not even funny. It is bad. Oh my gosh. I have never seen... Oh, no. Let's see what's next, though. Oh, Classroom to Elite. That's interesting. Year 2. I can't believe it. This is actually... So, theoretically, if there was a light novel and manga section, this would be number 2 for the light novels. I find this to be interesting. I'll be honest, I love Classroom the Elite, but I don't think it will be this high on my list. I guess it's because a lot of people like the artwork style, because of Tomose Shunsaku. That guy needs to make more hentai manga, though. He doesn't make enough. But I'm guessing he stopped because they're paying him very well to actually make, or her very well. Him or her, I don't really know if Tomose Shunsaku is actually a boy or a girl, but They're paying the illustrator enough, I guess, to where like they don't have to create hentai manga anymore, I guess. But their hentai work was amazing. Not recommended. Wow, that is interesting. Look at these. Not recommended, not recommended. Huh. Hentai manga. We would never get another one again, but someday. But since we don't get any more hentai mangas from Tomose Shunsaku, we'll just move on to another hentai manga. Probably just move on to Pochigoya or oh, excuse myself. Pochigoya or I forgot the first name, but I know it's Katsurai. Class in the Elite again, but this time it's the first year. Monogatari again. Monogatari again. Spice and Wolf. Spice and Wolf is interesting though. I'm surprised. You know, I really wish this anime got a remake for some reason. I don't know why I'm asking for that, but I'm wishing for some reason. God dang. Even people still talk about it to this day. Spice and Wolf is such a lighthearted. I can literally breathe when I read or just watch this anime, Spice and Wolf. This is a true classic light novel, in my personal opinion. If there's one thing I could say about this is that if you ever read or watch this series, it's just simple. Like, it's not over the top or overly crazy, but gosh. This series is so unique. It's way too unique now that I think about it. Right, little Pochita? You know, if this ever got a remake, I'm gonna cry. Because this is I might cry because this series is one of a kind. It's so simplistic, but so amazing. Oh, 86 is next. That's interesting. I think it's because of the anime that hyped it up. 86's light novel and anime they're the same but so different. Spice and Wolf didn't watch it. It's okay you haven't seen it. Spice and Wolf is not for everybody, but it's more so if you like things to be simple and more a bit slow paced. I think it's worth a watch. Even though the anime is good, the light novel is better, but the anime is still decent enough to watch. In my personal opinion, that is. Is 86 over? It's still going? Wow, that's interesting. I thought this series was already concluded. Since March 2019. Gundam meets Anne Frank. This is such a crazy explanation of 86, but it's kind of accurate. That's crazy. 86's light novel, in my personal opinion, is a similar but such a unique perspective, a different take. I will even go as far as to put it than the actual anime. The anime is more upfront, but like the light novel is more backseated, so you kind of see what they're going through and stuff, and it's crazy. I think in terms of like if you want to watch an anime that talks about war and like the struggles of dying and whatnot, this is probably it. It's like Gundam, but with actual sacrifice. And then we have ReZero, obviously. ReZero is one of the greats. Man, this thing goes far back, yo. And it's still ongoing, too. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I think Natsuki Teppei, the author of Re:Zero. Oh, Nagatsuki, my bad. Nagatsuki Teppei. This guy is one of the fastest and one of the greatest writers of any light novel I have ever seen in my life. Like, I don't usually say that, but this guy is it. He uploads his web novels constantly. His light novels get published on time. Even when he's on crutch, he gets it done on time. And not to mention the volumes come out very frequently, almost. Like, it's never been delayed. If never been delayed, almost. This is what I will call one of the most best and most consistent light novels of all time. The story is just as good. It's still going strong. Oh my gosh. If this ending is like Breaking Bad, I'll be so surprised. Like, just carry momentum through and through. Because every single arc and every time, like, as the story goes on for Re:Zero, the story gets so much more condensed and so much more packed. It gets so wacky. And I don't know how he does it, but Nagatsuki Teppei, when he writes the story, he actually knows how to use characters. Thank God, man, because if there's one thing I hate about light novels is that they put every single character on the side and let the main character do all the work. But in Re:Zero, like, they actually go the extra mile. They put every character to work. No character is being put on the side. Web novel, light novel, what is the difference? So web novel is basically somebody just typing on the internet their story. Like, here goes my story, posted on the internet. And then what happens is that a publisher and their editor will come in, and usually they take the scripts for the web novel and then they adapt it into the light novels. So it's the web novel and then the light novel. So the web novel comes first usually, and then there's the light novel. The light novel is essentially the polished version of the web novel. So essentially, the web novel is like the unfiltered version. So it has like writing mistakes and whatnot, and like it might not be fluent in terms of reading it. But then the light novel is been through an editor, a publisher, and like it's more easier to read. So that's the difference. So light novel is essentially the polished version of the web novel. But yeah, man, this is one of the greatest stories to ever been made. This guy needs to actually get a raise for Re:Zero. Even now, every single character in Re:Zero has been utilized and been properly respected. Like, don't get me wrong, Natsuki Subaru, the main character for Re:Zero, he gets thrown to the side a lot, but the good thing is that he lets every other character shine. I'm like, thank God. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. I'm getting tired of light novels just letting every main character become godlike to where like nobody does any work but the main character. They need to give Nagatsuki Teppei a break, man. That guy deserves it. Mushoku Tensei is officially done, though. One of the people consider this to be the OG of isekai, the godfather of modern isekai. This was the one to do it. So for those who don't know, Mushoku Tensei is not the first isekai. I don't know why people are saying that. That's not true at all. It's just that Mushoku Tensei basically is considered the godfather because he modernized the isekai genre to where like the tropes and stuff kind of exist. Not to mention he does the world building much better. The author, what's his name? Rifujin Maganote, that's right. So, for those who are wondering, Mushoku Tensei is not the first isekai. It's just the first isekai to actually get it right, to put it simply, to what we see now as of like every other isekai nowadays. such as Spirit Chronicles and ReZero and everything else. So they're officially done with 26 volumes. I don't know. Okay, so I want to clarify something. People are telling me that there's only 23 volumes or 24, but there's actually 26. I don't like understand where people are getting these fake information from. It's just so confusing to me. Oh, I feel bad because like it's either me or they don't know what they're talking about. Usually I know what I'm talking about. If not, then I'm usually close to knowing. But if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. This is not Monogatari, I'm tripping. This is Oregairu Snafu. Snafu is actually a very interesting light novel. This one was actually, man, this is one of my favorites way back when. I'm not even kidding. This used to be one of my favorite light novels of all time. I read this like back in 2013 after the anime came out with the first season. I love this series. Like Hikigaya, he is such a he doesn't like being put in the main spots. He's literally what you call a side character. Even though he's the main character later on, like he knows what he's doing, I'll tell you what. I think what made this so special to me from way back when is because like Hikigaya is not a character that is forced to do stuff. Like he just does stuff because he has to do it. Like he just put up with it. It's pretty funny because I don't really have a problem with the anime, but the anime kind of, I don't know. Yukino's expressions in the anime is not really do justice because the light novels put it very subtly. So like she doesn't really express herself as well. That's why she's like a kudere-esque type. Even though she is a kudere-esque, or even though she is a kudere, to put it simply, it's not expressed as well in the anime compared to the light novel. Because in the light novels, it's very subtle. The anime, this is the problem when it comes to anime, because anime has trouble adapting expressions. And like they can't just give it to you because then it wouldn't, like, it would be too obvious. I really don't understand this anime. It's really just a guy who's just trying to get by in life. Like, he's just a social outcast that just wants to be alone. But as the year goes on, and as time goes on, and like in the series, he starts to open up a bit. And then you start to realize that like he actually does care more than you think. And so does the people around him. It is really a coming of age romance, to put it simply. And like you want to put it into that perspective. Oh, bless myself, sorry. Oh, my internet's dying, guys. My nose just feels a bit stuffy too. Oh. Why is my internet dying here, guys? Hold up. Gee. I'm gonna X out some of these pages real quick. There he goes. Alright, let us get back into this. Oregairu. Alright, let's see what other light novels they have on here, guys. Ushiko Tensei, Snafu, Sayonara Eri. Everybody tells me this is a masterclass. Sayonara Eri. I really gotta read this, man. I even talked about it here on this channel, and I have yet to even read it. Oh god, I feel so bad. What is this? So this is next. Utsuro no Hako to Zero no Maria. Nani kore? What is this? Kazuki Hoshino values his everyday life above all else. He spends the days carefree with his friends at school, until the uneventful bliss suddenly comes to a halt with the transfer of the aloof beauty Aya Otanashi into his class, and her cold, dramatic statement to him immediately upon arrival. I'm here to break you. This is the 13,118th time I've transferred. After so many occasions, I have to say that this is all starting to grate on me. Which is why this time I'm spicing things up with a proper declaration of war. I forgot, I became the Melly's adopted daughter. This is day 2. You forgot to put day 2, Marco. And with those puzzling words, the ordinary days that Kazuki loved so dearly become a cycle of turmoil and fear. Aya's sudden appearance signals unraveling unseen mysteries surrounding Kazuki's seemingly normal friends, including the discovery of the mysterious devices known as boxes. What is this? Let me read. Not recommended. Plainly put, this is garbage. This is the type of story writing and storytelling that is killing the writing industry. It's a story disguised as a complex one, but at the core it is simple beyond belief. The twists and turns of the plot are simply there to briefly trick you, even though you've already known the outcome of a certain event. All this complexity just seems like the author getting new ideas and then cramming that idea into the story, realizing it doesn't end in a favorable outcome, and then finding ridiculous ways to explain why the favorable outcome was achieved. Is there more? Oh. This is just overhyped beyond belief. Wow, he even updated this. This is the thing I find so funny about my anime list reviewers. They update stuff. Like, you have a top review, don't update it. That means it's already as perfect as it is. And update. God, this is like such an anime thing to do. Huh, I see you like what I put out. Well, allow me to tell you what's happening. And then please don't. Oh gosh. I understand that updating makes sense, but you don't do this too much, guys. It becomes cringy. I never imagined my review would get top. I have had countless angry fans raid my inbox of comments. Most want just to berate me. God almighty. But some do want more information. For those few people, I will ask some more. The interaction and dialogue between characters seem off. To me, they do not communicate like a normal person. I know they are meant to be odd people, but the writing made it difficult to understand or even become interested in what they had to say. The best way I can describe it is if aliens came to Earth and only study humans via anime, and then they tried to write that story. They tried to write a story based around 2 awkward anime characters. That's what this felt like. Sorry, some people have pointed out that it is due to bad translation. My first language is Japanese. I read all Japanese literature. Ooh, this person has credibility. My first language is Japanese. I read all Japanese literature untranslated. Suge. As stated before, the complexity is just a mess. The many rules of the world are not defined, but this seems to be very intentional, but not to provide mystery or twist. It seems as though the author made it so that they can add or modify rules for their needs. The twists only seek to surpass us without adding any value to the plot. Situations in the novel change drastically at times, for no apparent reason but only to meet the author's objective. This is a classic blunder by bad writers. They have a beginning and an end, but they don't know how to write the middle to tie the two. The man fell off the cliff but didn't die because a dragon saved him, and the dragon never comes back into the story. This sounds like every single My Anime List user, guys. God dang. They go the extra mile. Like, just keep it brief, man. Don't just like freaking go off the rails, yo. Even though his arguments and his statements were valid to an extent, despite never reading this, like the edginess to do so. Let's see what's next. Ascendance of a Bookworm. I actually like this series a lot. I'm surprised this is not higher. Let's see what people say about this. Recommend, recommend, recommend. Mixed feelings, actually. These are about 2 years ago, so this is when the anime was released. This is not by Kadokawa. Who's the publishing company? There's no publishing company. That's interesting. Oh wait, here. So it's under TO Books Ranobe label. I had never heard of this label. So this is a series. So for those who don't know, Ascendance of a Bookworm is not under Kadokawa. Kadokawa usually, licenses and publishes all of the good isekais. Surprisingly, this is one of those good isekais that is not under Kadokawa. And I'm guessing it's because Kadokawa, when they choose like their publishings and like what series and light novels they want to choose to actually publish to create an anime, usually they choose safe bets. So series that involve around like a guy getting an isekai to another world with OP powers and whatnot. So I'm guessing this is a case of that because, like, I know they will not choose this on any day or time because this is way too away from their forte. But it's understandable, I guess. And 50 is Solo Leveling, which is getting an anime soon. Solo Leveling, man, is so mixed. Even today, it's still so mixed. Okay, what else do we have going on here, guys? Oh, wow! They do have a light novel section. It was just here the whole time. Oh my god, we're so stupid. I'm so stupid. Excuse me. Okay. Sword Art Online Progressive is down here. Okay, that's number 50. So there's the Index series. Okay. Oh, so the Index series ended in 2010. Okay, so now the only thing that's going on is the side stories. Bakano. Oh my gosh, yo. Yeah, side story is on. So if you have free time, go read Solo Leveling. I probably will in the future. Someday I probably will read Solo Leveling, but as of now, no, because I don't feel invested, or I don't feel like I want to read Solo Leveling as of now. So I'm gonna keep that one on the side. But to see Bakano as a light novel, I did not know this. I've only watched the anime. This is one of the greatest animes in terms of characters. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot Suka Suka. Gosh, man. Why? I love this series. This ending is so sad. Oh my gosh. There's even a sequel to this as well. Like why does these people have to suffer? Why do all these This one is not as high as the as the first part. This is such a sad series. Oh my gosh, man. You're just sending girls out to go die, essentially. Sending out the leprechauns to go die. So this series to me has like a lot of personal stuff. Because I read, like, the only reason I say it's personal is because this is one of the few light novels that I've actually read since it was released. I started reading it around 2015-ish. And then it got an anime. I believe it got an anime in 2017, 2018. It got an anime. But this is such a sad This is a sad light novel, put it simply. It's about man, it is just sad. It's like 86 in a way, but not really. One of my like one of my favorite series from way back when. Kino's Journey. Oh my gosh, yo. This is such a beautiful series. And it's still ongoing? No way. How many hold up. That's October 2014. Kino's Journey is such a masterpiece. This is one of my favorite light novels of all time. I'm not even kidding when I say that. This is legit one of my favorite light novels of all time, Kino's Journey. For those who don't know, Kino's Journey is about a girl named Kino, and she basically goes on her bike. Her bike that's actually a living bike. It has fantasy elements in it, by the way. And she basically travels from one place to another. And for every place she goes, she learns a bit more about the world. Because every chapter or every volume is a different adventure. And Kino... So basically Kino learns about different people and different types of ways they live. And the curses and the blessings and like the good and the bad. This is such an amazing series. And the anime is amazing. They need to make season 2, Joe. Like, come on, man. This series is a masterpiece. It gives me the vibes of like Mushishi and Elena the Witch's Journey. Man, this goes so hard. It got into anime in 2017, I believe. Which took like a long time. This is one of my favorite light novels of all time. And I truly mean that. Because it's not an action, well, it does have action in it, but it's more so focused on the world. Man, this is like the precursor to what good world building is. God. This brings me back so many memories. I think I was 12 when I read Kino's Journey. That is a true masterpiece. There's Konosuba. Konosuba is alright. Sadly, it ended on volume 17 though. I don't know the ending per se when it comes to Konosuba because I have not read the actual light novels. I'm only an anime only in terms of Konosuba, so I don't want to get spoiled. I'm not going to read these reviews down here. It's going to spoil me. But Konosuba is really great though. But from what I've been told, Konosuba ends on a mediocre note. From what I've been told, not that it's bad, just kind of mediocre. Which kind of raises an eyebrow for me. And then we have Violet Evergarden. So Violet Evergarden was more so of a spin-off. So a lot of people may not know this, but before Violet Evergarden got into anime, they made only one volume by one author. And that was it. But apparently the story was so captivating for this one volume that they decided to make an entire anime based around it. There's 2 volumes, my bad. So a lot of the stuff you see in Violet Evergarden is anime. A lot of it is actually anime original, I believe. But those stories are canon though. They're canon to the light novel as well. But Violet Evergarden was a strange case because I believe they gave out the first few pages for free because I think I read it. Where did I read it? I don't remember where, but they was doing sampling pages way back when because they were trying to hype up Violet Evergarden as like the next big series, believe it or not. Funny enough, at the time I was still in high school, in senior high. I was like, I'll just read it. It's really heartfelt, but I felt like it wasn't like, this is going to be the next big light novel series that's going to get an anime adaptation. No, I didn't get that feeling. And then 2 years later, 2.5 years later, anime changed everything. Violet Evergarden's anime is amazing. And I'm not even gonna lie, the anime did this entire series justice. Oh my gosh. Violet Evergarden is a true masterpiece in itself. It's not the best anime of all time, but it's certainly like a game changer. I can't believe it. I was one of those naysayers, and now everybody's laughing at me now. Zaragoto series, I have never read this. Overlord, I have read a bit of it. When it comes to Overlord, I don't really... This is going to be kind of strange. Well, Overlord is actually a very special case to me because I switch between web novel and light novels because they're different. Which is kind of strange. The web novel and the light novels are actually different from one another when it comes to certain scenarios. So I would actually read both the web novel and the light novel just to get a general idea, but the light novel is god tier though. But it at times can confuse you because how different it is and the changes they made. But still a solid series though. A spin-off of the Index series. We talked about these. And we already talked about the rest of these here, but god dang, this is so interesting. Let's see. Top novels. Let's see about this. Alright. Novels, here we go. For those who don't know, novels are actually books. So don't get it confused, guys. Light novels is like short chapter books. And then like actual novels is like full books almost. I don't really read novels anymore because they take a lot of time to read. Legend of Adele is one great example. See, the thing about me is that I'm not familiar with a lot of these because these here are novels that I have not read or I'm not familiar with. Well, there's Solo Leveling, I guess, but... And Another as well. Another's anime is so strange. It's such a weird adaptation, honestly. I don't even, like... So, Another is actually a very interesting case. I think this is a series that is better if you read it than to watch the anime. Because you actually get the sense of urgency and horror if you read the series. I read some pages of it. I have not read the whole thing, but the only reason why I did so is because I wanted to understand the context about the umbrella scene, which I thought was really stupid. For those who have watched this anime, Another, just type on YouTube umbrella scene. You'll understand how dumb it is. Oh god. But yeah, this is one that I've read a bit of. I have not. But which one gets more anime? Light novels or regular novels? Light novels for certain. Light novels will usually get animes first, or usually gets animes all the time because light novels, they're light novels, so they have less pages. So the author can actually publish them more frequently since there's less pages to type and whatnot. So more often than not, when it comes to light novels or light novels or actual books novels, you're going to get light novels first for an anime. So novels in most cases will instead become movies. So a lot of these here have their own movies. Such as which one is a great example? The Wolf Children here. So the Wolf Children actually got a movie. This one actually got an anime, but the anime was decent, but we're not going to talk about this one here. But usually when it comes to books, it's only one volume, either 1 through 5 volumes, because you don't get a lot, because there's a lot of text for a novel. Some novels are actually very thin, like a light novel. The only difference is that they don't have pictures. Like light novels, once in a while, between every 50 or 75 pages, you get an illustration. Novels is really just all text. Monogatari series are light novels. Exactly. So like, to see a bunch of these novels here, I'm not familiar with these series at all. Like, I know Babylon got an anime. I know this thing got an anime, I think. Oh, I don't think so, but... Harmony? Harmony? Oh my god, I finally see you again. For those who don't know, Harmony is actually a sci-fi mystery, somewhat of a romance, somewhat of an action series. This is, gosh, this is a sad series. Like, it's just sad. But it's not depressing sad. It's just like the ending is just sad. That's it. But dang, I never expected Harmony on here. Do they have was it Empire of the Undead? Was it on here? That'd be so cool if they do. No, they don't. But man, that is a, oh gosh, yo. Let's see if I can find this. They made a movie out of it, actually. Empire of the Dead, was it? Sorry, I'm gonna go off track for a little second, guys. The Empire of Corpses. This is it. This is actually a very decent movie. So this is basically a steampunk future. It's like a steampunk version of the 1990s or 1800s, basically, about London. But instead, they use zombies and the undead to actually do their labor. Very interesting movie. Go check it out, though. Empire of Corpses. What studio created it? Wit Studio. There it goes. Oh gosh, man. What an amazing series. Let's see what do they have here. Doujinshi. You're like novel man than anime man. The thing about me is that, like, I used to read books, yo. I'm not even kidding. Like, I used to read books because, like, to me, when it comes to reading novels, you can actually, like, you're actually in their shoes. Like, that's the, God, that is the beauty of this stuff, man. I really, man. Someday, guys, we will. I wanted to. You know what? I really want to do a stream where I just read light novels to you guys, or any novels, but I can't do read alouds because some of them are copyrighted. Because the text itself is copyrighted, which is why you don't really get audiobooks. But someday, guys, I will do it though. But I can't really show the doujinshi. Nope, I can't show that. That's gonna get copyrighted. Inappropriate stuff, man. Oh, this is memory lane. Like, legit memory lane. I was a literal kid reading these books online. I would never forget. I was a little kid in junior high, middle school. Just reading these horrible translated versions, or the Japanese versions, if I can, of these novels. Alright though, guys, but man, that was memory lane. I gotta finish editing that video. It's already 4:02. But guys, I gotta get going for real though. I need to actually post that video, my Tarantula video. So, my next video is going to be on my Laxo channel. It should come up between 7 p.m. Eastern time, maybe, on estimate. But yeah, guys, without further ado, I'm the Kumo Sensei. I gotta get going to edit my video for the Tarantula work. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. I really gotta get going for real though. And well, that's... I'll see you on the next one, which... When would I see ya again? Let me think. Either Monday or Tuesday for next week. But I'll post it on the live stream schedule. When you go in the live section, that is. You'll see it. Maybe I'll post it on Sunday. Maybe. But, yeah, without further ado, I gotta get going. And, that's really about it. See you.